Falcons, welcome back to the third episode of In the Paint this season. I'm Lucas Kleinmeyer, and this week we're joined by sophomore forward Lauren Gerken. Lauren, thanks for taking time to sit down with me.
You're welcome.
So, your second year at Bowling Green, and obviously being a Northwest Ohio local, being from around the area, I would assume that choosing BG was easy. But for you, what made Bowling Green, one, the program, but also the university, the right school for you?
Yeah, so, it's 25 minutes up the road, and that's a big part of it. I have a big family, so being able to go back and watch them. I've gone back quite a few times already and watched my siblings play in their high school games and my younger brother play at the University of Findlay, so it's just been good to go see my family and just be able to spend time with them. And then a big part of it was also the coaches. I was committed here under the previous staff, and then once I found out they were leaving, I kind of reconsidered my options, but then once I got on campus again and I met Coach Fred and Coach Maggie and all of them, I just fell right back in love, and ever since then, it's been a great choice.
Yeah, awesome. Well, your second season with the team, you were having a pretty good freshman season. Unfortunately, it got cut a little bit early due to an injury. Can you kind of talk us through that and about how, one, what did you learn going through that experience, but also how did that make you not only just a better basketball player, but also just a better person going through that?
Yeah, for sure. So I think right when I got hurt, I was put into a new role, more of seeing basketball in a different perspective that I've never seen before, especially being injured and knowing that there was nothing I could do about it and knowing that it was season ending. So I wasn't trying to get back for the season. I was just trying to take my time and recover as best as I could. And I think that was a big part of it, is just taking my time and focus on my recovery and PT and everything. And then coming this season, I think it was a big mental game, especially the beginning of the season. I came back playing and I was playing in the first game, but it was hard because I wasn't where I was at when I left. But I hadn't played in 10 months, so it was understandable. And I guess the mental aspect of having to tell myself that I'm not going to be how I was before and that I need to keep working towards it. But as time's gone on, I've gotten in better shape. I'm just feeling a lot more confident, which I think is a big, important part.
Well, awesome. And you're starting now,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yep.
So going back to high school, you're Hancock County's all-time leading scorer. I know it was near 2,000 points. I don't know the exact number, so forgive me for that. Talk about kind of your high school career. I know you had all accolades during your 4 years at high school. How did those 4 years basically maybe further your love with basketball, maybe knowing that you wanted to play at the collegiate level? Kind of just take us through that time there.
Yeah, so I had a big role my freshman year. I was a varsity starter and one of the leading scorers, so I think right away I had to put myself into a big leadership role. And just throughout all the years of my high school, I grew in my leadership and I grew more confident on the court, and just became a better player overall. And obviously we were a pretty successful high school team, so that just strengthened my love for basketball even more and made me want to keep playing post-high school.
Yeah, perfect. All right, Lauren, last one. Everybody has different answers to this question, but I always love asking any athletes this question. What is your biggest inspiration in your sport? Who was your biggest basketball inspiration growing up and or even now?
I would have to say my siblings. So my youngest are 17, they're twins, and my oldest is 22, and I have a 19-year-old brother. So we're all 4 years apart, all basketball family. My dad played in high school, my mom played in college, my dad coached, big basketball family. We'll go work out together in the gym. My dad will take us through workouts. My mom sends me shooting videos, all of this stuff. So I would say my siblings, and just being just competing with them, but then also watching them grow and their love of basketball too is definitely my biggest inspiration.
Perfect. True basketball family.
Yes.
For sure. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for your time. Busy schedule, busy time of the year. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Gerken and the Falcons are back in action this Saturday, hosting Coastal Carolina in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. For more information on Gerken and the team, you can follow us on Twitter X at BG_FMSN. We'll see you next week.